register at CAC instead of you use 1 month to register your company and they say you can use 2 weeks. It's beyond that. We must work on our supply chain, and a major corridor of supply chain is the custom. When you are talking about supply chain, the movement of items from the manufacturer to the consumers. The problem is that at the point of transportation, at the point of clearance, that's where the challenges comes, and that's where the delay comes. That's where the price increment and everything comes, and that's why we see by the time things will get to the doormouth of the user, it becomes very, very exorbitant, and it's affecting us because we don't even have that purchasing power. You could see most companies are even complaining, and that's why most of them are closing shop, because if you use a whole lot of money to clear your goods, how much are you going to sell it to Nigerians? So I think we must, and even coming up with such a group as well to look at businesses, I think we should always do a bottom up approach, because if you bring people who are at the top and are bringing in large quantity, they're enjoying the economic of scale. In fact, most of those people also, if you ask me, they are even enjoying free tax. Some of them are working in free trade zone. Those people will not feel the impact of those custom problems, but people that are doing small business, MSME, manufacturing companies, they are the ones that will feel the impact. So I think we should go beyond rhetorics and beyond paperwork on ease of business doing business. We should work on the supply chain process itself.
Now, the supply chain process has been fingered as one of the areas the Presidential Economic Council needs to turn its attention to in light of the frequent changes in the FX duty rates. Nigeria is largely driven by importation, and whilst business players and entrepreneurs in the space find it hard to grapple and project as to what the custom duty would be when their goods arrive, it has also affected the ease of doing business. Now, in the opinion of Dr. Aliu, these are areas of priority to ensure that our economy has much of the relief we're looking for. Now, in leaving that headline story, let's also turn our attention to another one making the rounds, and this is in regards to the invitation as issued to the NLC president, Comrade Joe Ajero, by the Nigerian police. Now, his counsel to the Nigerian Labour Congress, Femi Falana SAN, did make excuses for why he refused to honor the invitation and said he'll be only available in 7 days' time. Now, this has become one of the pressing issues, and people are wondering how the NLC is now being linked to allegations of terrorism financing, treason, and Mr. Joe Ajero, many would say, has some of the traumas of having been assaulted quite recently, and might be one of the reasons why the NLC is being sketchy about honoring this invitation.
Right. It is in the right of Nigerian police to invite any Nigerians for questioning. But however, when there is trust deficit, it becomes a problem. In the case of Joe Ajero, Joe Ajero have trust deficit for the Nigerian police. And perhaps, let's even look at it, Nigerian police gave him 24 hours to present himself. But ideally, it's mostly 7 days or a week, so that he could have a preparation. Perhaps as NLC, as it were, as the president of Nigerian Labour Congress, he has a lot of responsibility, a lot of things to attend to, and that's why I think that's the reason why the Femi Falana, the legal counsel to him, said he's going to present himself in 7 days. They never said they will not attend it, but in 7 days. But let's talk about trust deficit. You recall Joe Ajero suffered a lot from, is it November 2003 in Imo, whereby he was manhandled, assaulted, a lot of things. And perhaps if you look at even this developing story, first and foremost, we see that the Nigerian police went to the Labour House and they said they went to maybe trace some foreign terrorists or what have you at 2nd floor, but they find their way in 10th floor, and they said they carted away with some document, but NSC is saying they took their document. They said they never go there to look for NLC. Somebody is occupying that their office space, and that's the person they went for. But as the story evolved, you see that now they are now saying that it is linked to the NLC and the president, that they are now inviting the Labour. But I think the Nigerian police also should come clean in this case, because it's as if they are trying to find a way to tame, to actually deal with people. Perhaps they even went there at 8 p.m. without informing the premises owner, which is NLC, and now they said they find a document that link the so for me, I think there's serious issue of trust deficit. Police should be much more professional in handling this kind of case. Then Joe Ajero is not beyond the law. He will surely present himself, but I think there's a threat also from Labour union, even international and even TUC, that if Joe Ajero is being arrested or whatever, there will be a strike. We don't want strike in Nigeria as it were, because we know the price of any strike. Government will lose, state government will lose, even individual will lose, and a lot of things will be, will suffer. So we do not want, so we want them to take it in a cautionary and however, government and labor, perhaps there's the issue of end bad governance. You recall that Joe Ajero came out and said government should protect the protester. Maybe this is part of what is linked to issue of Joe Ajero. But I think labor leader is expected to be an independent voice who also speak,